Here is the truth that nobody in your family wants to hear. The money advice your parents gave you, work hard, save your money, buy a house, get a pension, was not bad advice for their generation. In the 1970s and 1980s, that advice worked. You could graduate from college, get a stable job, buy a house on a single income, and retire comfortably at 65. But the world has changed, and the advice has not kept up. Welcome to TDC Global. Today we are breaking down exactly why the financial wisdom passed down from your parents and grandparents is quietly keeping you poor in the modern economy, and what you need to replace it with. Let us get into it. Outdated advice number 1. Get a good job and work hard. Your parents were not wrong that hard work matters. But they grew up in an era where loyalty to a company was rewarded with job security, pension plans, and steady salary increases. That era is over. Today, the average American changes jobs 12 times in their career. Company loyalty rarely translates to financial security anymore, and wages have not kept pace with productivity. The Economic Policy Institute found that while worker productivity increased by 61.8% between 1979 and 2018, wages grew by only 23.6%. Working hard at a job is necessary, but it is not sufficient. The people building real wealth today are not just working harder, they are building assets alongside their employment income. Outdated advice number 2. Save your money in the bank. This was excellent advice in 1975, when savings accounts offered interest rates of 5 to 6%, and inflation was being actively controlled. Today, the average savings account pays 0.5% interest, while inflation runs at 3 to 4% annually. Your parents saved money and it grew. You save money and it shrinks, in real terms, every single year. The modern equivalent of save your money is not putting cash in a savings account. It is investing in low-cost index funds, building income-producing assets, and making your money work harder than a savings account ever could. Outdated advice number 3. Buy a house as soon as possible. Homeownership is not bad advice, but the context has changed dramatically. In 1980, the median home price in America was approximately 3 times the median annual income. Today, it is closer to 7 to 8 times, and in major cities, significantly higher. Your parents could buy a home on a single modest income and have it paid off before retirement. Many people today are spending 40 to 50% of their take-home pay on housing costs alone, leaving almost nothing for investment. The advice to buy a home as soon as possible made sense when homes were affordable relative to income. In today's market, buying a home you cannot truly afford, stretching your finances to the limit, can actually prevent wealth building rather than support it. Outdated advice number 4. Avoid the stock market. It is gambling. This one is particularly damaging. An entire generation was told that the stock market was for gamblers and the wealthy, not for ordinary people. As a result, millions of people kept their savings in low-interest bank accounts and missed one of the greatest wealth-building opportunities in history. The S&P 500 returned an average of approximately 10.5% annually over the past century. Someone who invested $10,000 in an S&P 500 index fund 30 years ago would have approximately $174,000 today. The same $10,000 kept in a savings account would have grown to perhaps $16,000. The stock market is not gambling when you invest in a diversified portfolio for the long term. It is one of the most reliable wealth-building tools ever created. And the advice to avoid it has cost an entire generation hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost returns. Outdated advice number 5. Your pension will take care of you. In your parents' generation, defined benefit pension plans were common. You worked for a company for 30 years and they guaranteed you a monthly income for life in retirement. Those plans have largely disappeared, replaced by defined contribution plans like 401ks that put the investment risk entirely on the employee. Today, your retirement security depends almost entirely on your own savings and investment decisions. Nobody is going to take care of you. The government's Social Security program was designed as a supplement, not a full retirement income. and its long-term solvency is increasingly uncertain. The modern reality is that you are your own pension plan. And if you are waiting for someone else to ensure your financial future, you are going to be waiting a very long time. So what do you do with all of this? First, appreciate your parents. They gave you the best advice they had, based on the world they knew. This is not about blame. It is about updating the software. Second, accept that the rules have changed. The strategies that built wealth for your parents' generation are not the strategies that will build wealth for yours. Third, replace outdated advice with modern equivalents. Instead of just working hard at a job, build income streams alongside it. Instead of saving in a bank, invest in index funds. Instead of blindly buying a house, make sure the numbers actually work. Instead of avoiding the stock market, learn how it actually works and use it to your advantage. The financial world your parents grew up in no longer exists. But the opportunity to build genuine wealth, more opportunity than any previous generation has ever had, thanks to the internet and the global economy, absolutely does. The question is whether you are going to use the old map or draw a new one. If this video gave you value, subscribe to TDC Global for weekly content on mindset, money, and building a life you actually want. And grab our complete financial freedom blueprint in the description below. See you in the next one.